Some information I'm going to share with you now, which could actually get me in a lot of trouble.
And you've got a recipe for a device that conspiracy theorists can blame just about anything on.
Yeah. We need some positivity in the world.
That's it.
I wanted everyone to clap then, but...
Sorry,
like a ceremony.
Yeah, get some
Rest in peace. Oh my God.
Okay, so... Oh, that's it.
You're a parachute, right? The one thing you can do. So
truly.
I'm so sorry.
Probably should start with this one.
So did he? Fuck that.
I can't. Mate.
You're on your own. You're on your own.
He just wants a look.
Now this is where
they all failed. Well, you.
Guys, welcome to the Allegedly Possibly Maybe podcast. I am joined, as always, with Lozzie, Jimmy, and Dan. And today, we've got a load of conspiracies for you. In fact, we've all gone away and done a bit of research between us, and we've got to come back today. And we've almost, if you like, got to pitch the conspiracy as fact, unless they're at such a point of moronic that you can't even take yourself seriously. But we'll try our best. So I have two, to be honest. I've got like a backup. I've got a solid backup. But do you want me to just kick off with mine?
I think so.
Yeah? Or do we have
Dan, let's go for it. I definitely do.
Yeah? Okay. I'll take the hit. So we're straight in today, guys. I will be, for the visual viewers, I will be looking at notes on my phone, so I do apologise. No notebook this week, but this is an electronic notebook. Do you know what I mean? So just leave off in the comments, okay? So we're going to be talking about Harp. The Harp facility, HAARP. Ben, that is the High Frequency Active Auroral Research Program. Okay? So, this facility is a massive... It's basically it's an instrument, okay, that's made up of 180 large antennas. Ben, if you could just like type in on Google Images and show the guys, because this place is mental, okay? Each at 72 feet tall, sprawling over 33 acres. This facility is enormous, okay? It's in the middle of nowhere, and it was built as a joint project involving the US Air Force, the Navy, and the Defense Advanced Research Projects Agency, DARPA, which if anything sounds like an evil organization from Resident Evil, it's DARPA. And you've got a recipe for a device that conspiracy theorists can blame just about anything on. Venezuelan President Hugo Chavez said it was used to create the devastating 2010 Haiti earthquake, right? Jesse Ventura, an avid conspiracy theorist, questioned whether the government was using HARP to manipulate the weather or overwhelm citizens with mind-controlling radio waves. While the Air Force acknowledged that Ventura had made an official request to visit the research station, he and his crew nevertheless were denied access. Why? If you've not got anything to hide, do you know what I mean? Shortly after the facility opened, the public began reporting strange phenomena. Not only in the region, but around the world. Activists challenged HARP's activities, vocally questioning what the organisation was really up to. While the government continues to deny any connection with changes in weather, frequency of earthquakes, and chemtrails in the skies, it has made deliberate efforts to quell suspicions about the nature of its operations. Critics of HARP assert that it has the capacity to send microwave radiation beneath the ground, strategically pinpointing fault lines, and that the size of HARP's field of antennas have the potential for tremendous damage to the environment, as unlike other ionosphere research centres across the world, only HARP has the ability to focus the energy from the field onto a specific spot in the atmosphere. One of the countless earthquakes claimed to have been linked to HARP was an Iran-Iraq earthquake that killed around 500 people in November of 2017. There were tensions between those two nations and the United States of America at the time. The United States government have openly discussed technologies used to interfere with weather and cause earth changes. In 2005, the Air Force stated, weather modification will become a part of domestic and international security and could have been done unilaterally. It could have offensive and defensive applications and even be used for deterrence purposes. The ability to generate precipitation, fog and storms on Earth or to modify space weather and the production of artificial weather are all part of an integrated set of technologies which can provide substantial increase in US or degraded capability in an adversary to achieve global awareness, reach and power. As for the HARP mind control theory, HARP critics claim that the facility is attacking the citizens of the world telepathically, influencing thoughts with low frequency vibrations. In 2013, former Central Intelligence Agency employee Edward Snowden leaked classified government files, some revealing HARP's numerous global surveillance systems. Allegations are that natural geomagnetic waves are being replaced with artificial VLF, very low frequency, ground waves matching the frequency of human brain waves, thus influencing human behavior. It's said that HARP also used cell phone towers as electrical stimulation conductors able to reach and affect entire region. They are my notes. Basically, the TLDR is that HARP is a facility that can influence the weather. It can create earthquakes. So basically, you are using nature against your enemies. And it can also be used because of the antennas and stuff and the frequencies. It can be used to control people or certainly alter their behavior, which is scientifically accurate because we do, as humans, react to certain sound waves. Like there is a certain pitch which will make you vomit uncontrollably just through sound. Oh, wow. So that... Sorry, I've wrapped myself around a chair with a cord and a microphone. That is the HARP facility, which just fascinates me. And to be honest, come on, it's the US government, do you know what I mean? Like, I think if anyone's going to try and control the weather, they've already spoke about it, that was their aim in 2005. So yeah, what do you guys think of the HARP facility?
Frequencies that make you vomit.
Yeah, that's a real thing. Yeah,
So-
Google that, Ben.
Fuck
So
that. Let's talk about it.
So they're,
Yeah. It's like
so they manage Pitbull.
Absolutely slammed.
He's never,
HARP's production.
that's it. He's never coming on the pod. Fucking hell.
There goes
Mr.
the Pitbull
Worldwide.
fans.
Yeah. Yeah. Poor bastard. Poor bastard. Oh dear.
No, I like it. I like this.
It's mad, isn't
I've never heard of it.
Have you not?
No,
I
it's
haven't.
terrifying.
What's the official reason for it being there?
Ben. What is HARP's
I suppose-
official?
What's the excuse?
Yeah, what's the
Yeah.
use?
HARP's. So it's a scientific endeavor aimed at studying the properties and behavior of the ionosphere. Could you just define the ionosphere for me,
Yeah.
please? This is deep science. I much prefer it when they tell that they're going to control you and get you to jump off a
That's a
building.
lot of
Just
money
keep it
in it
simple,
invested.
please.
So okay,
That's
so
what-
it's
don't
it's
you
the
think they always throw in these weird words. and stuff
exactly
that you-
yeah.
Right.
Because all of a
Yeah.
sudden, we're not talking about the conspiracy. We're now trying to get to the bottom of what they actually do. So it's all distraction. So the ionosphere is the layer of Earth's atmosphere which contains a high concentration of ions and free electrons and is able to reflect radio waves. It lies above the mesosphere and extends from about 80 to 1,000 kilometers above the Earth's surface. That still doesn't really explain much, but obviously it's all to do with
What's mesosphere?
yeah, we just keep going. So it's just
Whole
science,
episode.
just a science
Horrible
lesson.
They just keep sending you down this rabbit hole with long words.
No,
They
exactly.
do end on a long
Yeah.
word, don't they? And you're like, well,
Yeah.
what the fuck's
Yeah,
that?
yeah, exactly. Just to
Oh,
throw
if you look
off.
at mesosphere,
Yeah.
there'll be another word in here.
Guaranteed, yeah.
Yeah.
The spermosphere. There we go.
Thermosphere. What's
That's
that?
actually bullshit.
Yeah, it is.
This is a conspiracy.
100%. But yeah, so basically they're just manipulating. Fuck's sake.
It's like that game where you say a name and then you got to say another name.
Yeah, it just
never
keeps
ending.
going. Yeah, no, so basically they're just manipulating the airwaves, the radio waves. I mean, it makes it. I know, like, I think Sweden did an experiment in the noughties where it was like all cloudy and stuff, and they shot something in the air or released it from a plane which dispersed the clouds.
But, yeah,
That's technically weather manipulation.
Yeah.
I don't think it's out of the realms of possibility, nor do I think it would necessarily be malevolent to want to be able to control the weather. Because all right, you could flip it where it's like, oh yeah, we can then like send a hurricane over our enemies. But then also, surely if you understand weather to the point that you can control it, you could then also use it to disperse hurricanes and things like that. And like, you know, maybe you could pay a company to ensure that it's sunny on your wedding day.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's a lot of money in that.
There's a lot of money in seasons. You know, a lot of money in seasons.
Yeah.
Because obviously, like, you know,
crops,
the clothing industry and shit like that. It's always you're always like, oh right,
autumnal drop.
Got to buy me jacket for the winter jacket, and then the summer. Like if it was just the same all the time.
Very true.
Yeah. So.
The jumper industry.
I'm sure that isn't the main reason. But I'm just
a 1 year summer.
The truth behind Harp.
How much did
industry.
it cost to build Harp?
Great question.
Because I always like to think
cannot be cheap.
No, I mean it's over 33 acres. You're talking about antennas 72 feet high, 188 of them.
With big words that you're looking into, that's all.
That's what I mean. Yeah,
and it was a joint. It was joint from the Air Force, the Navy, and DARPA. So it's three massive organisations. $250 million in tax-funded construction. So the American taxpayer literally paid to be controlled.
But then I do think if all these people were going on about, you know, they've used it to do this and do that. 250 million. It's not a lot of money to create.
Yeah, it's not that steep.
Yeah, you know, the Glazers could knock one of them up.
Yeah. That's true.
And then
control you to buy more shirts.
Exactly.
See, I think
Pogba to play well.
If you start messing about with the weather, like the globe, you do one thing one place, it'll kind of affect something the other place, doesn't it? It's very like the Amazon stuff is all interlinked. So if you start changing big chunks of the weather, I think it'll have an effect somewhere else.
Absolutely.
It might be like why they're saying about earthquakes and stuff.
Yeah, it definitely makes sense for this to be a thing, which is why I 100% buy into it. And like the example that they gave about the tension between Iraq and Iran and the United States, and then all of a sudden there was an earthquake. If they are capable of creating earthquakes, and if there is tension between three, you know, just like you say, just fuck up the other two, and then you're looking pretty sweet, ain't you? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, but then why haven't Iran built one if it's only 250 million? They've got all the oil.
Could be a research thing.
Unless they said it was 250 million, but it was actually 250 billion.
Maybe. Some like you never know. That's the thing. You never know with this sort of stuff, do you?
One thing I would say is you mentioned the president of
Venezuela?
Yeah.
Why the fuck would you have anything against the president of Venezuela?
Yeah. Why him of all people? Why would he be sort of like this? Is a bit suspect. Apparently. Rosa, I'm so glad that my eyesight is just hanging in there. Can you scroll to the top? Sorry, where that was, Ben. I was then about to read right to the top about Rosalie. Where was it? Oh, I don't believe it. It's gone. I'm fuming. I'm livid. I was thinking basically in 1996, someone claimed this was obviously before Harp was actually built. There was obviously plans for Harp, and there we go. It was described as a military weapon, so not as a research facility. But Harp was described as a military weapon. I think it's genius, personally. Obviously, it's very sinister, but it's genius to control the weather as a weapon. Because, Harp... recent scientific evidence suggests that Harp is fully operational and has the capability of triggering floods, hurricanes, droughts, and earthquakes.
That's insane.
So you don't have to send your armies in. You just give them a drought and they're fucked.
But then why do they spend so much money on armies? Just knock up a couple of these.
That is true.
Yeah, a couple of these.
Imagine four of them. $1 billion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But perhaps it's because they can't say, like, they're not allowed to say what this is. So one's probably enough to just about get away with. You start building loads of these. They go, we've already got one to look at the Ionosphere.
Well,
what do you need four for?
It says
the Colossosphere.
It says there that a Russian military journal wrote that the ionospheric testing would trigger a cascade of electrons that could flip Earth's magnetic poles.
Oh,
so maybe that's why there's not too many of them, because it could literally destroy the world. Yeah.
This is a joke. Like, don't like some stuff you just want to leave as it is. Been alright for 4 billion years. Don't start messing with our
Can we not fuck
magnets.
with it, please? Yeah, exactly. So we've got here Stanford University's Professor Umran Inan told Popular Science that weather control conspiracy theories were completely uninformed. Hang on, Ben, you're not meant to tear me down here, mate. Uninformed, explaining that there's absolutely nothing we can do to disturb the Earth's weather systems. Even though the power Harp radiates is very large, it's minuscule compared with the power of a lightning flash. And there are 50 to 100 lightning flashes every second. Harp's intensity is very small. Well, there we go. That's been shat on completely, hasn't it? But obviously you've got to throw in a bit of logic, but who knows?
But then
Umran Inan could be paid off.
Yeah, 250 million for some small intensity.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Do some MDMA, God.
quarter of a billion's worth of MDMA. Jesus Christ. Good Lord. Yeah. But yeah, so that is Harp, and I buy into it, regardless of what Stanford University Professor Umran Inan, who's blatantly been paid off, has said.
He's been paid.
Yeah.
He's been
paid.
Yeah.
He's paid off.
That's it. Fuck him. Nah, I'm only joking. If you're watching, thanks.
I'm sure this is the first stop he'd go on a podcast.
Yeah, that's it. You never know. Because he's had such an impact on the whole weather thing, he might be watching the clip that's blatantly up right now that you're watching. Hello, how's it going?
They might put this up in the lecture room.
Yeah, exactly.
Very informative.
100%. Right.
This is what we need to look out for.
Yeah. Oh dear. Okay, so that's Harp. That's my first conspiracy theory. Who wants to take the reins for number 2? Who's gonna put their heads on the chopping block?
I'll go in. I don't mind going.
Gonna
in.
go?
Yeah,
Go on in.
Jimmy, go on. Here we go.
I'll go in at 3.
Oh, Lozzie's trailing behind.
That's it.
So I've been doing some research online about different conspiracies to talk about.
Yeah.
And there's quite a big simulation theory going around at the moment. It's all right though. Don't worry about it.
Wait. Lozzie, what's your
Simulation theory.
Oh no! Well, no, we thought we'd be edgy and not tell each other what conspiracy we're going to
Don't
cover.
worry. So it could be a different. It could
Simulation.
Be a different,
It's probably not, but yeah.
Oh, trust me, it is.
Oh, here we go.
So
Simulation theory.
this simulation theory it's been doing the rounds for quite a while now.
Right.
And basically, it is that the Earth, as we know it, is actually a test.
Oh.
So we're in a simulation, which is a test, and depending on how well you do within this simulation test, deciphers on what simulation you go into next.
Okay.
Oh.
Nice.
Yeah, so you're being tested.
Pre-sim.
Now, some information I'm going to share with you now, which could actually get me in a lot of trouble. I've done a lot of research.
This could give you a shit next simulation.
It could. Now there's
Comes back as a frog.
in this simulation there's a top secret book which is available out there.
For most retailers.
And within this book there's a cheat code.
Oh.
And within this cheat code it can let you know which simulation you will go into next. And this book is called the Bible.
Oh,
Damn!
He's done us. So the next simulation is heaven or hell, innit?
There we go.
Oh, he's done us.
There you go.
Now this simulation that we are in
Oh my god.
was created by a man called God.
I can't actually believe I've just been completely
dear.
just
The
duped.
Westboro Church are livid right now.
I thought I had to snazz it up a bit.
That's brilliant.
No, I like that.
Well in.
Do we have any believers in this simulation theory?
So run it by me. So
The Bible.
the Bible.
Run that by
Just
me.
explain Christianity for us,
No.
please.
I'm trying to get my head around it.
Sum it up in 2 words.
So the
so-
creator of this simulation,
Is God?
God.
he done it in 7 days.
Yeah.
Yeah, he knocked it
Took
out.
the fucking last day off as well.
Yeah, he rested, didn't he?
He did.
Fucking hero.
I've got a little bit in mind about God.
Oh, it's all linked.
Sort of link. Interesting. And we didn't even know.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's it. It's
So
meant to
I mean, it's all about belief, really.
be. Yeah.
You know, it's what you do. Are you a believer in?
Personally, I'm currently not.
Not
Currently not.
I might be after
Yeah.
this.
If I was in like a death scenario,
This is it. I'm pretty sure I'll probably hedge my bet.
I'm just
Yeah.
trying to put a different different scope on it.
Yeah, no, I like it. I appreciate it. That's really good.
So this
Yeah, no, I'm
belief
not
is,
believing.
if you do good things throughout life,
Yeah.
and you're not a sinner,
Yeah.
that you will be then allowed into
Heaven.
simulation number 2,
Yes.
where it's a lot better than simulation
They-
number 1.
I've got so many issues with Christianity, or the concept, because right.
Let's have it. This is
I'll-
this is a Q&A, okay? This is more of a Q&A. This is not me just throwing stuff out there.
All right.
Because
So
it's not just Christianity.
Let's say I'm wrong, yeah, and there is a God and there's a pearly gates and the simulation 2 for heaven is like, sorry, you've done this, this, and this. You didn't believe. You didn't pray to me. Blah blah blah. I just don't get it, because I'll be like, sorry, mate. Right, I understand. Well, no, you made me this way, so you made me.
Question.
Yeah, you made me do all this shit for me to now come up here and you be like, sorry, no entry. It's like sorry, but if anyone's flawed here, God, it's you. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but
So
the thing
I
is,
will, because it's inevitable that I'm going to hell if that's the case. I'll just argue the toss with him until he sends me down. Do you know what I mean? Because
the thing is,
go out
right, okay,
swinging.
you've got this world, this
Yeah.
simulation. It's perfect. Everything's perfect, and you need to be able to let people in. You can't just let everyone in.
Oh, heaven! Sorry, I thought you meant.
Yeah,
like,
no,
where
no,
we are
no,
now.
no.
I was
This
like,
is the test, you see.
right. Yeah. This
And
is-
if you imagine, there's some knobheads in this simulation, isn't there?
Yes,
some
there is.
proper
Yes.
class A knobheads.
yeah,
Now imagine you skipped simulation 1 and you just let them into this good one.
yeah. The good one won't be as
It
good.
wouldn't be as good, would it? So you
Yeah.
have to do vetting.
Yeah. yeah.
They should have. It's a bit too cut and dry, having just heaven and hell. They
Yeah,
need
100%.
one in between, a
Yeah.
big one, like
Yeah.
because you say your top 10% are going to get in heaven.
Yeah.
You're proper class A good.
Yeah.
And
But
then
they're
your
not-
shitbags
well, the
are going to
thing-
get to. Like,
Yeah.
am I really going to be with like some mass murderers
Well-
because I said I didn't believe?
The cheat book was written.
Oh yeah. What's the? So the cheap book was the Bible. Sorry.
Yeah, I mean it was written a long time ago,
Yeah.
and there's been a lot of upgrades since that book was.
And downgrades, because
Yeah.
apparently Noah was 600 years old, so the duration of our lives have shortened.
Yeah,
Don't know what
with,
happened on that one.
That was just random DLC. that didn't work.
That was a typo.
I'd say it's-
He needed to be older, didn't he?
it's a
Because
ti-
it's a big job building that boat.
yeah.
And a lot of those animals would have ate each other, so I mean, he'd have to go back out and get another one.
Yeah,
There's
very
just-
true.
the
So it
tigers
took his
just ate
time.
the
He
antelope.
took his time.
So a lot of it was just play on words, though.
Oh,
Like I said,
right.
it's, you know,
Metaphors.
Jesus walking on water, ice skating.
Ah.
Yeah,
Yes,
you know,
of
it's
course.
just, you know, it's just a play on words.
Yeah.
Water
to wine, turned his back.
But like I say, I think it's a lot's changed since the first rules were written.
Yeah.
And like I
Yeah.
say, it all depends on your belief system, really, and what you. Heaven can be what you want it to be. Maybe heaven is on earth, and you just need to follow the rules to create your own heaven. You know,
Yeah.
You know,
Life is what you make. it.
life is what you
We're
make of
fucking
it.
going
Yeah.
deep in
We are. We are.
No, but it's good.
It
It's
is.
good because
It
it's
is.
like, you know, like I say, it all depends on what you believe. If you believe in, something terrible, then
Yeah.
is it real or is it fake? Does it matter? There's a thing in there about putting like a scientific experiment about putting a cat in a box with.
Oh, we covered that.
The
last week.
Schrodinger's cat.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so
So
it's
alive
like-
and dead at the same time.
Yeah. So that could be similar thing with God. You know, you put a man in the sky.
Yeah. He exists and doesn't exist.
He exists and doesn't exist at the same time because you'll never know.
Yeah.
Because there's no proof. Even when you go back to the first few milliseconds of the Big Bang, no one knows what
Yeah, it was before
caused that.
Yeah.
And until
Absolutely.
they answer that question, anything could have caused that.
Of course.
Yeah.
You're right
Yeah.
about the Bible needing an upgrade.
Oh,
Yes.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Because, so, like heaven, in the skies, in the clouds. Obviously, then we started to fly. and then we flew up there, and then we went over the clouds, and there's no one rocking about.
Yes.
There's no gates. There's no.
Yeah, but like I say, things have changed. You know, the cloud is a different thing now, isn't it? You know, it's just
you
could
upload
be
things to the cloud.
You upload things.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. As it,
digital cloud.
as
Yeah.
It's digital heaven.
The next DLC. Do you know what I mean? It's
We know God is McAfee.
the protector
of the cloud.
Shitty.
He's currently.
Imagine if he was God.
The coronavirus is currently just shitting on everyone's chest.
What have I got to do is get into heaven? Right. It's not nice.
Oh dear. Oh man. But yeah, it's certainly outdated. And if you, I'm going to pull it back to aliens now. If you, in fact, no, I'm ripping off the DC extended universe, Batman versus Superman. Don't give a fuck. Because basically, if you imagine all the depictions of the angels and stuff above, I can't really explain the stuff below, but there's the angels and stuff from above that are always depicted from coming down from the skies. They could be advanced races that in that time period, the only way they could process it on their limited knowledge and understanding was to make up this.
Well, this is
story
the thing.
about
God,
and blah blah blah.
God could be anything. God could be
Yeah.
just the creator of the
Yeah.
earth. Now, the earth was created. We was put here. It wasn't here, and then it was here. So whatever that is, whatever's
space
created
rock.
it, that is God. That is the.
The bit it come from,
It's
scientifically
different.
come from the Big Bang, didn't it? So you could argue that something created the Big Bang, which was God. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
You
that's
could.
hard to not argue.
So that, what I'm
but-
saying is that could have been a higher being.
But who created God?
Yeah.
You get the whole chicken
open-
or the egg thing.
Yeah.
I'm open to that we were created not by a divine being, but by an advanced race. That's as far as I go with that kind of stuff.
Okay.
That's
I would
what
say.
that's what I'm saying. It can be your own version.
Yeah.
This is where people are arguing over different.
Yeah.
They're arguing over something which was, written a long time ago. And like I say, the world has changed.
It was
We're in
a
different
guide,
place.
wasn't it?
Yeah.
They kind of need. I feel like they need to. They do
idiots.
need to like do like a Netflix series of the Bible and just snazz it up a little bit. Get some good
Yeah.
actors in to play it. and
Snazz it
just
up.
just because the old versions get a bit dated now. Some of the stuff in there doesn't quite add up.
Yeah.
And they
Yeah.
they need to make a few
things.
changes. And I think something that everyone could agree on. Which is obviously the world isn't never going to agree on.
No, a bit of a tricky one, religion.
Yeah. But I just think that there could be a religion out there if we made something where a lot of people would agree on it more than the one that's out there at the moment. They make a few edits, and we might get a few more people on board.
Yeah. Is that not what Scientology did?
Yeah, but they've made a lot of edits. I mean,
they made it like a pyramid scheme. Somehow. They've turned Christianity into Avon. How do you manage that?
They fucked
But with religions, it's always like you're picking between. It's like picking one of the presidents, isn't it? It's like they're both.
But
They've both got their
I'll tell you
flaws.
what is fascinating about religion, though. I'll give you guys this: is that there are certain similarities woven throughout history, woven throughout religions. Like, you've got like a Jesus figure in other religions and things like that. The fact that there are these similarities, again, I think ties potentially into things that we don't understand coming from above and beyond, and all these different parts of the world trying to make sense of them and melding their own stories. But ultimately, the source material is the same.
Yeah.
That's
what I mean. I
interesting.
don't believe in any religion. I just sort of create my own beliefs in life. But saying a prayer for me, it's not like I'm not asking, God or the geezer up there but like kind of asking myself. I'm kind of just throwing, dear Lord, please help me get through this next month or whatever.
Yeah.
And it's like you're putting it out there, aren't you? And you're like,
To the universe.
you can always
Energy.
you can always
Yeah.
if you're having a bad day, you can think, well, I chuck that prayer out there and that's what's going to get me through.
Yeah.
No, most definitely.
And it's like like I say, I think there's things that you can do as a human, like I say, believing in stuff, believing in yourself.
Yeah.
And I say, I think other religions will use that and say, oh, that's God helping you. But actually, you know, it's
there's almost like a God within your own subconscious.
Everywhere. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? But like if you like I say, if you believe in it.
Yeah.
If you know, whether it's God, whatever you believe in, like as long as you believe, like it'll get you through. We'll get you through.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter what, like I say, it doesn't matter what it is, whether it's, you know, a placebo effect or whatever.
Even if you don't believe in something,
yeah,
if you can still have, you can believe in like energy, and still have a good moral compass. Like.
Yeah,
that's what I mean. Yeah.
I know. I don't know.
You know,
it's
being a good person.
Yeah,
not to get into heaven.
Yeah.
Just be a fucking good person.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
You can believe in a religion and still do horrible shit.
Yeah,
and you can not believe in anything and still be a stand-up.
But that's always
citizen.
You can always, you know, if there's rules written, there's ways around the rules.
100%.
And it's like if you just, like I say, be a good person and like I say,
don't be a dick.
Yeah,
don't be a dick.
Just don't be a dick.
Yeah, and.
But you can believe it. Like this is what I say. Like I believe that there is a high being out there.
Yeah, I believe in energy.
Yeah, energy. Just be a fucking good person.
Yeah.
We know what's right and we know what's wrong.
Yeah, exactly.
And
and you don't need a Catholic priest to tell you that and then molest people. You know what I mean? So there you go. You know what I mean? Yeah. Now that I'm not. I was going to go down that road.
There go the Catholic listeners.
Shout out to the
you
Otter
can't
boys.
fucking deny it. They're out there. Don't even fucking try it. But yeah, no. I like that, and I like how you spun it as well.
Yeah,
you got me completely at the start there. That was good.
That's right. That was the plan.
There you go. It was good. Go. Religion.
No, it's just about giving you a different view on religion and belief.
Yeah,
and it's
it did.
It doesn't have to be, you know, like I say, I believe in God. It doesn't have to be Christianity or it doesn't have to be this. You can create your own version of it.
Yeah.
You know, don't just think that you're going to die and that's the end of the world. Otherwise,
that's a
the
bit
point
shit,
in living.
Yeah.
Come on, that's some belief.
Yeah.
We need some positivity in the world.
That's it.
I wanted everyone to clap then, but
sorry,
like a ceremony.
Yeah, get some gospel singing in the background and just everything going on.
But even just experiencing life, like the actual probability of experiencing life.
Just being here.
It's a trillion to one.
Yeah, it's something crazy like that.
And then
it's
if
mad.
you delve into that stat, if you look, like I was thinking about this, I was like, why is it trillion to one? But if you think about like there's 300 million seamen.
Yeah.
In
yeah.
So like you were one of those.
Yeah.
And you were the one who dropped anchor.
Yeah.
Boom.
So you were one of those, and with a 1 second variant within your mum or your dad, or whatever,
split second.
You wouldn't be here. Split second.
Yeah.
And then track that back throughout your whole of your dad's life, and then that happened. That same scenario happened throughout for 4 billion years.
Yeah.
Like the chance that you're fucking here, it's insane.
Exactly.
It's insane to actually.
If you flip that though, you've killed like so many other people.
Oh, mate, but that's
so many died.
There's so many. There's you know, it'd be
but
hundreds and hundreds of. I mean, the number will be infinite. But that's the fact that you're even here is.
It's mad, isn't it?
It's mental.
Yeah.
The fact that you're given a chance. We take it for granted because there's 8 billion people on the planet. So you're like, you know, you look around and you go, oh, I'm not that lucky. There's loads of people, but like the chance to experience life is insane.
And that's what I mean.
About one in 400 trillion. So that's like winning the lottery every fucking day for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. Look,
that's the chances.
One in trillion for life. So then the fact that people can say that there's not an afterlife. Look at those odds for being one life.
The odds of being here, yeah.
The odds of being here are that. So that's basically it's the same. Yeah, for the afterlife. Yeah. You can never say that you know for sure because before you was born, did you know that you was even going to be alive?
Yeah. See, but that's one of my arguments as to why I'm open to there being nothing afterwards because I can't
remember before.
Yeah, there's nothing before. See what I mean?
But also, that's
as far as I'm aware.
I take some grace in that, like because before you weren't worrying, thinking, "Fucking hell, like when am I going to be born?
Yeah,
like, when's my chance?" Like it just wasn't there. And if you're gone and you don't even know, and it's like you're not going to be sitting there going, "Fucking hell, I'm dead."
Yeah,
yeah, but then that's what I'm saying. If you was nothing before, and you've just appeared.
Yeah.
Why can't that happen again?
Yeah.
Happened once before.
Yes.
So the odds are there.
Yeah. A bit of reincarnation. Definitely. I'd like that.
Please give me a better life next time.
Oh mate, I think the fact that we're born, look at those odds, 1 in 4, and then those odds that you're born a fucking human.
Yeah.
Like out of all, like you could have been born a male chicken.
Yeah.
Like,
Destined for the farm.
You do not last long as a male chicken.
No, not in
I
this
think the
lifetime.
lifespan is about 3 minutes.
And then the fact
You
that
just-
we're put into like one of the most like affluent countries
Exactly.
in the
Yeah,
world.
absolutely.
And
Oh.
then we're all healthy and stuff.
And
like
we're in
that.
this
And it's
era.
like-
Imagine being born like 300 years ago or something.
Yeah,
or-
yeah, exactly. Well, I don't know if I said this on the podcast. I say this to everyone. I don't fucking know why. But when I was doing my degree, one of the lecturers he was talking about the effects of modern medicine in the last like 150 years, and so he was going through all of these different conditions and stuff. And one of them was appendicitis, which I had my appendix removed. So if you've had any of these things, put your hand up. There's 25 of us in the class. He said appendicitis, my hand went up. He said all these different things. And there was one person in the class
Left.
without his hand up. And
Really?
he said, without modern medicine, you would all be dead.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
without modern medicine, I would have died at 17 of
Yeah.
appendicitis. Not,
Yeah.
and that's so, yeah, like you say, to be in one of the most affluent countries, to be in a period of time where medicine is so advanced and stuff. Yeah, we are incredibly
Very
lucky.
lucky.
Yeah, so take that, take that forward into your day, guys. Listening at home or in the car, wherever you are, you're very lucky to be here. So make the most of it.
Which
Yeah.
leads me on somehow to mine.
Okay.
Should we bring that back in?
Oh,
after?
yeah, well,
Oh yeah, have a break.
It's
Oh no, I
okay.
cannot get it out of the way.
I mean,
Right.
you
I
get-
don't
A couple
know.
of minutes.
well, it's a tough one.
I'm alright.
Should we take a-
We'll have
We
a
should
break.
go for a break.
We'll go for a
Yeah,
break.
I need the toilet.
Yeah, guys, when we
I'm
come
going to take a
back,
massive shit on this one.
when we come back, Dan and Lozzie are going to be telling us all about their conspiracies. See you in a bit.
See you in a bit.
Guys, welcome back to part 2 of the conspiracy edition of Allegedly Possibly Maybe podcast. You've heard my ramblings about Harp. You've heard Jimmy's cheat code take on the Bible, which is incredible. Now we're going to hear from Dan, and the conspiracy is...
Flat Earth.
Oh,
Nice.
juice.
So, I've been researching it. I've got 100% proof that Earth is flat.
So
100%.
100%.
bold.
No, I'm fucking joking. I could not find anything. I searched for ages. I went through. It's almost a conspiracy how much like joke stuff there is.
Yeah.
I couldn't find any like evidence, anything credible. I looked for pages and pages. There's some very passionate people that
Most
believe the
definitely.
Earth is definitely flat. So I'm gonna get a little video up. There's a guy called Mad Mike.
Mm-hmm.
Now, what I found in my research is that the people that do believe the Earth is flat, they're not always like the most sane.
They tend to
people.
have they tend to have names like Mad Mike.
Well, So Mad Mike, he built homemade rockets to fly up into space, I guess, if he thinks it's space.
The
to
Ionosphere.
to prove that the Earth is flat. So, and mate, we'll show a video now. These rockets are fast as fuck.
Best fuck boy.
Well, let's get one up. This is one of my. I mean, this is one of Mike's. Throw it up, Ben. If you can. Can we show it on it?
Yeah.
So
This
this
is
might be the.
Fair use.
I was going to build it up, but I think this is the one where it's fatal. So Mike did die.
What?
Yeah.
He's on the rocket.
He's on the rocket. Is in there.
What?
That there. That's his parachutes.
Oh no!
So yeah.
Fucking hell.
That's his parachutes. He's done this many times. He did do this many times, and that's Mike.
Oh my god!
That's Mike.
That's Mike.
Flat Earther. That's
Christ, man.
rest in peace.
Oh my god!
Rest in peace. No, I feel sorry for Mike. But I don't understand why he didn't put a camera. Just use a camera.
Yeah.
Okay, so. Oh,
I love how the next video that come in was SpaceX rocket.
yeah, Elon Musk.
This is guy did it properly.
But I like it gone up a lot of.
It's launched out of the back of a flatbed, for fuck's sake.
No, he made them. Homemade.
Fucking hell.
Like he didn't learn from his mistakes. He'd done it a lot of times. The first time I think he had a hard landing and it was an ambulance. He almost died
That
the
was
first
a fucking
time.
hard landing.
He's gone up with so much force that the parachute has decided to
Jordan's gone.
stay.
He went that fast that
Even the parachute was scared of that rocket.
The parachute.
Even the thing, right? You're a parachute, right? The one thing you can do is land safely, and even you as a parachute went fuck that.
I can't. Mate.
You're on your own. You're on your own, Mike.
Oh, sorry, Mike. Sorry, Mad Mike. We're gonna have a minute.
This first bit of evidence is
Fuck me. Sorry.
So
truly
I'm so sorry.
impactful.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. That
Oh, the launch success. Yeah.
probably should have started with this one.
So did he go up so he could look
This
so he could
is-
look to
yeah,
see
so he
if
could
the Earth-
prove.
Sorry, that is what is getting me. Why did he need to go on
Exactly.
the rocket?
Put a camera,
fucking
a GoPro
camera on it.
Put a GoPro. Mate, you can get
You can
hot air balloon.
Hot air balloon.
He can build a rocket. Technically, he's a rocket scientist. You know that saying, "Oh, it's not rocket science because rocket science is so hard."
Very difficult.
He's a fucking rocket scientist. He doesn't understand the concept of a GoPro. That's unbelievable.
So at that point now, is he looking out, going right? I need to check whether it's curved, whether
Yeah, he wants to get. He just wants to look.
Now this is where the research starts. This is like he's looking out.
But you can even see. I don't know. Yeah. It
He
does
needs to try. He strikes me as the kind of guy who wouldn't trust anything that is captured on a camera.
Yes, I think that's right. I think I think
right.
he could be like, well, they might have interfered with it. I need to see it for myself.
Yeah, but go up in a balloon, mate.
yeah.
Go
But
up in
To
a
be
balloon.
fair, mad respect for building like a series of rockets, not just one,
Yeah.
because this is obviously
and
a thing he's
and
done
for having
multiple times.
the gumption to
That
do
was
this.
Have the fucking absolute
I'm so
stone.
sorry.
But the power in the rockets
Yeah.
were insane.
You could see that. Ooh, I need to start.
I mean,
I
like
need to
you
calm
said,
down.
fucking parachute just went, nah,
That's-
not for me.
He should have like taken out of Elon's buff. Like Elon didn't go up, did he, in his
Doesn't
first
do it.
couple of
No.
rockets because they all failed.
Well, you
Yeah.
do,
He did
multiple
some
tests.
Yeah.
So he
But those
doesn't
guys
trust cameras. He's
He gets someone to film it though.
Oh, the parachute! It's a shame.
Is that yeah?
It is. I'm sorry.
So where was the
I'm
parachute
sorry.
just strapped to him?
I don't know.
I don't even know how the parachute's
don't
come
know.
off
Not for long.
Yeah, it blew.
for about 3 or 4 seconds.
Yeah. So rest in peace.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mad
Anyway,
Mike.
right. Let's get back into this.
Get back into
So-
yes. Yeah. So I watched a few debates with flat earthers and scientists. I was just trying to find some credible information, and I was looking. I just couldn't find anything. But so basically, you put it into YouTube, which is my source of information. Every video comes up. It's kind of like a joke about the flat Earth.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
But then I was like, do you know what? Flat Earthers, they're getting a hard time.
Yeah.
Very, very hard time. Like I know it's a little bit of a crazy theory, but until 200-300 years ago, we all believed it.
Yeah.
We were so all religions, all the religions thought the Earth was flat, pretty much, because why wouldn't you?
Yeah.
And yeah, if
Do you
go-
think they're doing like a bit of a Floyd Mayweather thing here, where they're purposely playing like the bad guy, not the bad guy, but
Yeah,
like they're getting people. They love
Yeah.
the controversy.
Yeah.
Because they get notoriety from it.
because they're probably banging views.
Yeah, oh
I
my
mean,
god, yeah.
Mike was, but like they're probably getting quite a lot of views and stuff on their thing. So if you're making money out of it, you're probably just gonna lean into it, aren't you?
A little bit, yeah. But then, so I was thinking about, we talked about earlier, the Bible, and I thought, so I put in proof of the flat Earth. Couldn't find anything. All jokes, like loads of videos ripping them. Proof of the Bible, loads of credible videos. Which
I sorry to interject because you just reminded me. Because I used to watch a little bit on Flat Earth. Ultimately, I won't lie to you because I thought it was bullshit. And there's like conventions and all sorts of stuff, mainly in America. I'd love to go.
I'd love to go. I would love to go to one.
But it's quite interesting that what you just said, because that is actually one of the reasons that they give for why the Earth is flat. Because when you type in Flat Earth, you do get all the ridicule and jokes.
Yep.
And they're basically saying that is being used to hide the truth.
And so that did get me thinking, as a conspiracy theory, like why is it getting so ripped?
Yeah.
When if you look at the Bible, so I had a little look at the Bible. Don't like really. There's one bit in the Bible which talks about it. It's like God made 2 great lights. One rules the day, one rules the night, and then He also made the stars. And that's it about the stars and space. It's like, hold on, like there's 200 million galaxies.
Yeah, you missed a bit.
2 million stars in a galaxy, and then there's like 1 trillion galaxies. Like, that was quick. I made that, and you didn't really talk about that.
It's funny. It was at Church League the other day. Sorry to go into
You're
Church
fucked
League.
with Church League, by the way.
No, but like,
Yeah.
there was the guy usually we do like a prayer at the start of the game. And the guy who usually does it wasn't there, and none of the lads wanted to like step up and say the prayer.
Oh, and you did not.
I didn't step up, no.
Okay.
But I was thinking of going in there and being like, God made the earth and the grass in 7 days, and I was like, clearly, look at the state of this pitch. Fucking wonky as fuck.
If
If it had done a month on it, this would be like the Emirates, mate. Lazy.
Jimmy, get out.
The Bible, He does it all, and it's like, and it was good, and it's like, well, come on, like you create something, and then you want to work on it, make it a bit better. Don't just go create it's done.
Yeah, exactly.
Like finish it up.
100%.
And that was my only other bit of research, which we kind of touched on earlier, was that flat earthers believe Australia is not real and that they're all actors.
Yeah. So what? But why? Is it because? Why can Australia not be real?
I don't know.
I think it's because it's
I was looking.
It's because it's obviously the globe.
Okay.
It's on the
It's on the other
it's on
side,
the
so
other
it'd
side,
be under. Yeah.
Just sorry, blocked my mouth. Yeah, so it's on the other side
On
of
the
the
other
globe.
side,
So
yeah.
obviously it can't exist.
It can't exist in there.
No, it can't. Yeah, it can't sort of exist in their thing. So they try.
So they just get rid of it.
Yeah, apparently.
The trouble I found with it is that obviously I watched a few debates. So like it was scientists versus flat earthers.
They're always good videos.
They were good, and the flat earthers had a few good points about like the curvature of the earth, and they'd done a few experiments. But then the scientists would just instantly, they had answers for everything.
Yeah.
Whereas the flat earthers didn't have answers.
Yeah.
They would just argue and go, no, that's a lie.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, no, we're going to prove what the actual theory is. And then they'll go, no, but that's a lie.
Yeah.
So, and that was their argument.
The biggest thing that I hear from flat earthers is you've never seen an actual photograph of the Earth because it's always digital.
Yeah, I've read into that, yeah.
And which, okay, I'll give you that. But I think we've said it before, for not this particular flat Earth reason, but for another reason, like the amount of fucking people involved in NASA, involved in all the other, global space organisations and stuff. The amount of people that would have to be singing from the same fucking hymn sheet is ridiculous.
Hundreds of thousands of people. Yeah.
And that's where it really falls apart. And that's what they cannot possibly argue. But there's also like the ice wall, isn't there? That basically Antarctica is all the way around rather than being at the top and the bottom.
Yeah.
Which I guess strengthens their argument for keeping the water in. Because if it's a flat, it's just going to all fall off.
Yeah.
And also because you're not allowed to go there. Are we not allowed to go to the South and North Poles or something like that?
We've done loads of expeditions.
That's what I thought. But then they say that like you're not allowed to go there, and you're not allowed to go there because then you'll see that it's just a giant fuck off ice wall like at Game of Thrones.
The trouble with it is as well is it doesn't explain
terrible.
anything else. It's like, well, if you look up in the sky, everything's round. The stars that we can see when you zoom in, they're like every single. So why would this place be any? And also, I was chatting to my sister actually, and she's like heavily believes in like conspiracy. She was like, I don't really care about the flat Earth theory because what's the point?
Yeah.
What would the point in protecting it?
Yeah.
like what does it achieve? If it is, how do they like a cylinder or no, not
disc.
a disc.
Yeah.
Sorry, yeah. If it is a disc, like what's the point in protect? Just
what,
prove what difference to make if it's a disc or if it's round.
I know a flat earther's just been sitting there watching you say that, and as you said cylinder, he went,
yeah.
"It's a cylinder."
Could be.
Fucking hell, mate. We didn't think of that.
Because then also as well, you're writing off
Mad Dan.
Pringle tube.
Mad Dan, yeah. I'm making a rocket. You're writing off like anything to do with space, any like scientific knowledge you've got of space as a flat earther, you got to write that off because it doesn't conform. So then it's like if you're writing all that off.
My thing is, look, if it makes you happy believing that it's a flat earth.
But I would go to a show.
Yeah,
I would go.
I would love
they've got some
to.
good merch.
Yeah. I watched a video on a convention that's in America. I think it would be great for us to fucking go because I wanted to just interview them and just talk to them. Don't have to ridicule them, just because some of the shit that they come out, you just let them go. Do you know what I mean? You prove to us that, and then it's just fucking. They just write it for themselves.
Of the three on the debates, there's 3 scientists and 3 flat earthers. All 3 of them heavily believed in religion. And what one woman, her argument was that all religions like point to a flat earth, and it's like they probably did.
Yeah.
Given like the fact that they didn't have any
at the time,
like they had no like science to no spaceships, no telescopes. Like if you're born 300 years ago, you look around, you're like, we could probably fall off.
Yeah.
Because why would you think any different?
Yeah.
It looks flat.
Yeah. And also, wasn't it like because the ships would go out and then they'd be like lost to the horizon, so they'd think that they just fucking fell off.
There's a lot of videos on that as well, and they try to prove that theory is wrong, that the curvature of the Earth doesn't exist. So there's a few experiments.
But the thing is, you can, because I know they argue like you can go up into the sky on planes and stuff, and it still isn't curved or whatever. Or if it does seem to be curved, it's because of the curvature of the windows on the aeroplane. It's like, come on, man, you can see the curve.
Yeah, because you can. I've been on planes, and even from a boat. Actually, sometimes you go far enough out on a boat, you can see the curvature.
Yeah,
could be flat though. You never know.
Well, that's what we're.
You never know.
But my issue.
The thing is, I'll never be clever enough to prove that it's not flat.
Yeah.
I could never sit there and prove because I don't know anything about. Is it really? I don't like to say.
But isn't Richard Branson? I think isn't he going to be doing commercial flights into space soon, stuff like that?
And Elon Musk wants to do similar, doesn't he?
So you never know. In our lifetime, there may be an opportunity to go and have a look.
The trouble is, I think if you take that as a fact that it's flat, the amount of other information you're writing off, like everything then can be a conspiracy because you don't believe any government, you don't believe anything.
I'm pretty sure somehow with flat Earth you also have to write off gravity as well.
Yep, there's bits. There's a really funny video of this guy.
I think maybe that's why Mike probably.
Mike.
R.I.P.
Didn't account for it.
Gravity hit
Was
hard.
he definitely on that rocket? Or is it like
no,
he was okay? I'm sorry.
I don't know why he needed to get on the rocket. I don't know because at that speed, even the
whiplash.
Could you see it?
Yeah. R.I.P. But that tickled me. I'm sorry. I'm a bad person.
He is flat on Earth.
We'll risk that one.
I'm sorry. I know they're going to come for me, but
I don't know how high up he was. I don't know.
The thing is, I'm not saying that they're wrong either. I'm saying that it could. I don't know, but the Earth could be flat.
It could.
All the scientists could be talking bollocks.
They could.
It
is
you'd just be taking
plausible.
A leap of faith by believing people writing stuff in books.
Yeah.
Which is
but even
same as religion.
Exactly.
Well, there we go.
We talked about
take a sip of your extra smooth.
One thing I think Ricky
John
Gervais
Smith.
said, it's like, which is quite interesting, like science.
Fuck me, that's smooth.
Oh, that's smooth.
John Smith's brand.
Shout out to John Smith.
The Tadcaster podcaster.
Fucking hell.
Yes, overall, Dan,
Overall,
yes or no, is the Earth flat?
overall, I'm going to say no.
No. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Excellent.
But I did do that little bit at the start because I thought that'd be a good clip.
And yes, it's
Yeah.
probably turned out to be a great clip.
And then, I mean,
That is going to be a fucking good clip. I'm
Yeah.
fucking telling you.
Not entirely sure how good for my career, but we'll see.
Oh,
We'll
mate.
see.
I hope your followers. I hope you got no flat earth
There's
followers.
no way you're getting into that flat Earth convention you want to go to.
They just revere Mad Mike.
The trouble is, if Mad Mike is like top echelon of flat Earth, like, if he was like the leader,
I think he is. I think
like,
he was.
oh mate,
Yeah.
they're coming
I
for
just
you.
laughed at Jesus on the cross. That's what I just done.
Yeah, no, he was.
You just put another name.
He was
in
up
there.
As far as leaders goes, he was up there.
Rest in peace.
Don't do it. I know
In
it's hitting up.
peace.
Don't do it. Anyway, that's flat Earth. God bless them all. All right.
Stay grounded.
Lozzie, what's your conspiracy, mate?
Mine is if you're an avid listener and you were listening to the first half, you might have heard me call Jimmy a cunt. 'Cause I thought he stole my fucking conspiracy. Mine
To be
is
fair, I'd be shocked if they randomly just clicked on like 45
True.
minutes into the video.
in that
into
case. Don't worry about it.
I don't know.
anything that was
Lozzie's
said.
got a lot of fucking like in the comments and that. There's a lot
It's
of
a lot of
like
love.
they love.
Oh,
they
just
love
skip-
it
just
lots.
Some Lozzie love.
skip to love.
Yeah, I reckon they would.
Yeah, actually, if you put in
Ben,
that,
George mate highlights just for me.
Yeah, just
Yeah,
like
yeah,
Lozzie
yeah.
highlights reel.
Have a bit in the video where it just says
Skip to Loz.
Loz. And all the bits,
Yeah.
all the little clips, and just you can just go past us. really.
it. Oh dear. So what you got for us?
Mine is like simulation theory. Basically, I think we might be in a simulation.
Excellent.
Okay.
Yeah, let's go for it.
So what? Are you,
I'm
I'll
open
get
to
your
it.
thoughts on it first. What are your thoughts on it?
Entirely possible. More possible. I would say, I'm going to go out on a whim, that I think that there is more chance of us being in a simulation than God existing. I would say.
That's fair.
Yeah,
I
that's
probably I agree with that. Obviously. Jimmy?
Bollocks. No, I'm joking. No, I'm a strong believer of the simulation theory. I do like it. It's a good one.
yeah,
I'm a fan.
I'm a fan. After watching Matrix and just watching Elon Musk, yeah, I'm all in.
Yeah.
I think the probability, if not now, it will happen in the future anyway.
Yeah.
In 10,000 years, it's going to happen.
Yeah.
So like, why? If it's going to happen,
Then it could
then
already be
then
happening.
It could be happening. So
Yeah.
I'm down.
We're all simulation
100% in.
theory.
So basically, I don't even have to put a case for it.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. And we'll see you next week.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, what you got? What's the case?
Well, my evidence is basically a scientific publication,
Oh.
and basically it includes a group of scientists coming to the conclusion that it's almost a 50-50 chance
I'd buy
that
that.
we are living in a simulation.
50-50.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
I'll just read you this.
Do it.
Now, Scientific American is a publication where this is obviously publicised.
Yeah, shout out.
So
I'll
a quick
check it
shout
out.
out to them. Some scientists now reckon the odds of our lives being nothing more than a simulated program are equivalent to that of a coin toss.
That's insane.
Toss a coin to your Witcher.
That's
Great
it.
song.
Great song. 2019.
That's
Track of the
it.
year.
To be precise, Scientific American specified the odds of 50.222 to 49.777. So 52,
In favour.
50 in favour not,
Oh, okay. So
and
just
47, 49.
under.
But it's basically 50-50.
Yeah. Mad.
So basically, what they're saying is, there's a whole like massive list of things they reel off, but I'll just give you like a basic synopsis of it.
Yeah.
basically. They quote a previous scientist philosopher called Nick Bostrom, who did a paper in 2003 titled "Are We Living in a Computer Simulation?" And they quoted him, and he says, "I argue to at least one of the following propositions is true." Bostrom wrote this in his paper. 1. The human species is very likely to become extinct before reaching post-human stage. I'm not quite sure what post-human stage means.
Is that like where we kind of transcend our bodies Do you know what I mean? And like energy and all that
Yeah.
kind of thing.
That's
or like
what
merge
I'd
with
kind of imagine
AI,
it being,
shit like that.
Yeah. 2, he says, any post-human civilization is extremely unlikely to run a significant number of simulations of its evolutionary history or variations thereof. 3, we are almost certainly living in a computer simulation. It follows that the belief that there is a significant chance that we shall one day become post-humans who run ancestor simulations is false, unless we are currently living in a simulation. So what they're basically saying is that if there is a point where humanity says we're actually got to the like technical ability to create a simulation,
Yeah.
he doesn't think that we live in a simulation. But
Wait, what? Hang on. Yeah.
right, so what he basically believes is if we have the technology available
To do
to
it.
create a simulation,
We
he
wouldn't.
doesn't think we live in a simulation. But if he thinks we never reach that point, then we are in a simulation.
Right.
I get it.
Fuck
yeah, I
yeah,
get it.
yeah. So, but
It's very hipster.
It
that's
is.
mad. So
Good old
we'd
Bostrom.
never reach that point because we're already in one. So why would we put ourselves in a simulation in a simulation? Is that what you're
Essentially,
saying?
yeah.
Fucking hell.
It fucks
Yeah,
with your head.
error 404.
Literally,
Yeah,
exactly.
error 404. Yeah, they'll never. The simulation would never allow us to be able to put.
Ah,
Yeah, do you
and
know what I
that's
mean?
what. Yes. So if we reach a point where we've created, we can now go into simulations, guys. Therefore, we're not in a simulation,
Yeah.
right? But
Yeah,
if
so
if in
yeah.
this reality we never get to that point, then we are in one.
Then
Yeah.
we're in one.
Fucking hell.
That's it.
Fucking hell.
That's
That took me-
yeah.
You worded it a lot better than
me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That took me a minute.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's smart though.
Yeah.
Oh fuck it.
as a quick tangent on this, totally forgot about this. About 3-4 weeks ago, I woke up, and something was going on in my mind. But I woke up thinking, this isn't real. Like I'm in this thing. I don't know what it was. I was like, this isn't real. Like my life's not real. I don't know if I was dreaming that before, and I just woke and I was like. And then, you know, the Matrix, I had to wake up. And then I was like, I don't know if I was dreaming this or woke up from dreaming it. And I was like, I'm going to wake up. And now I was fighting it. I was like, I'm happy. I've got my missus, my kids, my life's fine. I don't want to wake up. So I was fighting not waking up. And then it was kind of like, it was weird. It's like a dream nightmare thing. And I was just like fighting this thing of not waking up, of coming out of what.
Did you wake up?
I don't know if I was awake or not.
Tune in next week.
Honestly, I was like, it was so weird, and I was like, I just remember just fucking. I just went back to sleep, and I was like, it was horrible because I was like,
mad.
fucking hell, I'm gonna like, I don't want to, whatever it is, because that's the thing in the Matrix, isn't it? It's like it said a lot of people, if they said, look, you can wake up now, and you go
it's
to
the blue pill, the red pill, isn't it?
Yeah. Fuck me. I would just stay where I am. Like, fuck waking up into like.
Oh, that's a good question, actually.
Yeah,
would you take the blue pill or the red pill?
What would you do, George?
I mean, you've also got a caveat with the fact that they're like, you're the fucking chosen one. And you can do you know what I mean? If you're like, well, I'm like basically God the other side, all right, then let's go.
Oh, yeah, I was-
But no, what would you do? Well,
Do I get to be Keanu Reeves?
Now, do you, what... Are you told that the other side's a bit shit, or is it literally like you either wake up or you don't? And that's all you're told.
But I was thinking like your family. So your family would
That's
be gone.
it. Yeah.
Basically, all your
Everything
if
you've
someone
lived
said to
is a lie.
Even if someone said, I'll give you all the money in the world, but your family's gone, or everyone you know, love, everything's gone. You'd be like, no.
Yeah.
I don't care what you can offer me. Like
Trinity was pretty fit, though, wasn't she?
you wasn't kill your family.
No.
That's like
Chris Watts would have been straight out there, wouldn't he?
I don't know if you've seen this, if you've watched Rick and Morty or not. There's an episode where they go to this planet that is literally an arcade. It's like in space and stuff.
Oh, yeah, it's
and Morty goes on this game. And it's like a game of life, right? And it's like VR. And he literally plays this guy's life from fucking birth all the way to like adulthood, old age, and then dies. And he comes out of it. completely forgot that like he was playing a game, and so in his life he's just lived for like 88 years and woke up like, what the fuck? And I think that is what would happen. Like, imagine if you're like a 16-year-old in the future in a fucking in a simulation, and then you wake up after spending 50 years, and you're just like, what the fuck is it? You know, where's my family? What's everything that's gone on?
And they're like, that you've been in there half an hour. Are you like,
horrible?
What the fuck?
Horrible.
What about
simulations are terrifying.
What about if you had no memory of that and you woke up?
Yeah, if it was treated like, you know, you wake up and it's like you've just like come out of a game of Skyrim or something like.
Well, imagine you come out and obviously because you'd been alive, like your parents would have passed depending on what age you died or whatever. But like imagine coming out and then like they're there.
Yeah, they're back.
Like,
yeah.
They're there and they're like, it was the fucking it was the simulation, and then you're like just there with your parents afterwards.
Yeah,
like,
I mean, I've had dreams, not so much
That'd be
of
nice.
losing parents, but where you've had dreams where something's happened and you feel like fucking shit and you don't want this to be reality.
Yeah,
and then you wake up.
Yeah.
And then it's like, oh, thank fuck, I'm not actually going to prison tomorrow.
Yeah.
I'm always going to prison tomorrow for the rest of my life. Every time.
That's a bit of foreshadowing for you.
Yeah.
Right,
And then I wake up like, oh my God, thank fuck.
Because it's like I say, it's usually a bad situation when you die, or it's when you're like old age or whatever.
Yeah.
And it's like, you'd be
imagine
relieved to just wake up.
imagine
You'd be
that.
relieved to wake up. However you die, you can be relieved to wake up
And you're
and
like,
be
oh,
like, and just fucking, people that you know who have died are there, and you're just like, fucking hell, this is that was
That's mad.
In that dream, which was weird, like as I woke up, it was like, if I wake up properly, I'm gonna wake up. So that's why I just forced myself back to sleep.
Yeah.
It was really weird. I was sweating and I was like, don't wake up.
Yeah.
Don't wake up, go back to sleep.
That's
like
mad.
The opposite.
I've had the opposite of that, where I've become aware that I'm dreaming, so then I've tried to wake myself up, but I've never had the other.
Yeah, no, it's the first time I've ever had it. And I don't know if it's because we talked about dreams every week, didn't we?
Yeah.
So I don't know if it's something to do with that, but it freaked me out, man.
crazy.
Yeah, no, that's nuts. But yeah, simulator, it's a mixed bag. Would I choose it? Probably not. Because I feel very fortunate, the position that I'm in and stuff, and with my life in that right now. So how much better could it really get as well if I air quotes woke up? Do you know what I mean? So I think that's such a layered question. Would you come out of the simulation or not? But what you said about what that philosopher said, which took us a fucking minute to get, but that is brilliant. That is actually brilliant.
I mean, it is set at the same time.
And it
it's
makes
kind
so
of
much
like
sense.
Schrodinger's cat at the same time.
Yeah.
So we can be and not be at the same time.
I think we should. So just a quick tangent. I think we should do an episode on those like brain twisting questions. Do you know what I mean? Like, like space is forever expand and expand, shit like that. I think that'd be amazing.
Yeah, I'll be down for that. I love that.
Yeah. But yeah, no, simulation theory. I think it's mad that scientists have put it down to as close as 50 point whatever to 40. That's insane. Yeah. But I buy it, most definitely.
Childbirth. Why do they bring us in that way? What's that all about?
Well,
it's not good for anyone. It's not good for the husband. It's not good for the wife.
But it's interesting.
Why can't it just be?
But what's
just,
interesting
out of an egg.
is you can't remember your own birth.
Yeah.
You can watch it happen and you see kids, but you can't remember the first couple of years of your life.
Yeah, but your fucking mum can.
I know. but that's it. Like you obviously only go from your experience. If your mom's a simulation and she's programmed to.
Have you ever seen that?
It's
thing
weird, isn't it? It's weird. Like
that's another
you
thing.
You can't remember coming out.
Yeah.
Have you?
Because that obviously it happens.
Yeah.
But it's weird.
Have you seen that thing about they're saying like like there's the thing about when you die and it's like go towards the light.
Yeah.
And it's like go towards the light. Imagine that was the light that you're coming out to of being born. You come out and they're like go towards the light and then you come out again.
Yeah, so like the simulation resetting.
Yeah, you're going towards the light of the hospital room that you're coming into.
Nice.
And
well, not nutty,
yeah.
That's far too keen.
Nice vagina. Smooth.
Extra smooth.
Oh dear. Yeah. Fucking. Oh man. Yeah. The simulation theory's got, I think, a lot of weight to it. I do. But yeah, Lozzie, well done. That was very good. That fucking You had a few brain bogglers in there, which I highly respect.
That took me a few minutes to actually get around it when I actually read it myself. So
Yeah, because right. So that's the fourth conspiracy. So we've had my Harp facility, we've had Jimmy's religion, we've had Dan's flat Earth, we've had Lozzie's simulation. I think I think they're four premium conspiracies there, and I really like the formula, I have to say. So I think if we do this again, I think this is a really good way to do it, where we all present.
Okay, I like that.
Yeah. So I think that is absolutely awesome. Are we happy to leave it there for the episode? Do you think?
I think so.
Yeah. So we all conspiracy.
I think we nailed that.
Nice. I ain't got a Harp pun. So anyway, guys, that is it for this week. We will see you very, very soon. Remember, guys, question everything, answer nothing. We'll see you very soon. Bye.
Cheers.